Have you ever considered that the timing of your water intake could be the hidden reason why you keep waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning, even when your bladder doesn't feel full? It may seem like a minor detail, but for many older adults across the U.S., this quiet habit has silently turned restful nights into restless routines. You settle in after a long day, expecting peaceful sleep, but just as your body begins to relax, a subtle urge interrupts it again and again. Your limbs feel heavy, your thoughts foggy, and by morning even that first warm cup of coffee doesn't feel like it used to. But there's good news. There is a way to change this. In today's video, I'll walk you through how to hydrate wisely, using insights from experienced urologists, so your nights become calm and restorative again. Before we dive in, I'd truly love to know, where are you watching from? And what time is it for you right now? Share it in the comments. Your voice matters here. And if you find this helpful, please tap the subscribe button so you never miss another practical healing tip. After the age of 55, many people across the country begin to notice an odd shift in their nighttime patterns. You lie down after dinner, expecting your body to ease into sleep, but instead you're up again at 1 a.m. or 3 a.m., or sometimes more than once. You may assume it's just part of aging, but there's something more happening beneath the surface, and once you understand it, you can take simple steps to feel better. As we age, our bodies begin producing less of a hormone called vasopressin. This hormone is key in helping the kidneys slow down urine production at night, allowing us to sleep longer without interruption. But when vasopressin levels drop, the kidneys continue filtering fluid at their daytime pace, even while we're supposed to be sleeping. That leads to more urine being produced, and a bladder that fills too soon, waking you up before you're truly ready to rise. At the same time, the kidneys themselves become slightly less efficient over time. This isn't a disease, it's just how the body naturally changes. The filtration process slows down, and the body's ability to balance fluid shifts, becomes more delicate. So even if you drink the same amount of water you always have, your body may no longer handle it with the same quiet rhythm. Add another piece to the puzzle: your bladder grows more sensitive. In your younger years, your bladder might have comfortably held over 400 milliliters before triggering that familiar urge. But after 60, the signal might come when it's barely holding 150 milliliters, that's about half a small glass. And once that urge hits your brain, it becomes very difficult for your body to ignore it and stay asleep. Let me tell you about Morris, a retired high school principal from St. Louis. For over 5 years, he believed getting up twice a night was simply a sign of aging. He cut back on drinking water entirely, tried over-the-counter sleep aids. Nothing helped. It wasn't until he learned that his bladder was just more reactive, not broken, that things changed. With a few gentle changes in hydration, timing, and bedtime posture, he finally started sleeping through the night again. So, if this sounds familiar, please know this: it's not just old age. Your body is simply speaking to you in a new language. And once you learn how to listen with care, you'll be surprised how much peace and rest you can welcome back, without fear, without frustration. All across the country, many older adults have been taught that drinking lots of water is always good. And yes, staying hydrated is vital. But after 60, when you drink becomes just as important as how much. You might be drinking a healthy amount overall, but if it's happening at the wrong hours, your bladder might not let you rest as it should. One of the most common issues is drinking large amounts of water after 6 or 7 p.m. Around that time, the kidneys are naturally winding down for the night. But when you pour too much liquid into the system late in the evening, your kidneys have no choice but to keep working overtime, sending urine into the bladder even while the rest of your body longs to sleep. That's why many seniors who enjoy 1 or 2 glasses of water with or after dinner find themselves waking up like clockwork, 1 a.m., 3 a.m. with that undeniable urge. And it's not just water. Late evening habits like sipping warm milk, broth, or herbal tea for comfort, those all count too. Fluids are fluids. Whether it's chamomile tea, turmeric milk, or vegetable soup, it quietly builds up in the bladder. The result is often the same: broken sleep, tired mornings, and sometimes even leg cramps or brain fog that lasts well into the day. Even when you think you've had a good evening routine, it can leave your body struggling just when it should be resting. Another common but misunderstood habit is the just-in-case trip to the bathroom before bed. It sounds responsible, but if your bladder is still half empty, forcing it to empty teaches your nervous system a confusing message. Over time, it begins sending urgency signals, even when barely a third full. This is called bladder overtraining, and it can trick your body into thinking you need to wake up even when you really don't. Let's talk about one more key point: inconsistent hydration during the day. Many seniors forget to drink in the morning or early afternoon, then try to catch up by drinking 2 or 3 glasses in the evening. That puts unnecessary pressure on the kidneys when they should be winding down. The ideal routine? Most of your hydration should happen between sunrise and 4 p.m. After that, gradually ease off. Lastly, the temperature of your water matters too. Cold water from the fridge, especially late in the evening, can irritate the bladder lining, making it more sensitive. Older adults already have slower digestion, and icy drinks can trigger even more tension. Instead, go for warm or room temperature water after sunset. It's easier on your system and much more soothing to your sleep cycle. Let me introduce you to June, a 73-year-old retired librarian from Milwaukee. For nearly 2 years, she woke up around 2:30 a.m. every single night, even when she barely drank anything before bed. When I gently asked about her evening routine, she said, "I always enjoy a cup of ginger tea around 9 p.m. It calms me." I explained how even helpful herbs, when taken too late, still contribute liquid. She made a single change, moved her tea to 6 p.m. and switched to just a couple sips of warm water before sleep. Within 1 week, she was sleeping through the night again, 6 hours straight. She smiled and told me, "I had no idea my water habits could have this kind of power, and I want you to know the same. These small mistakes are not your fault. No one teaches us how to adapt our habits as our bodies change. But now you know, and with this knowledge, you can begin to take your rest back, one gentle step at a time." Across many American households, there's a morning rhythm that's familiar. Older adults starting their day with a comforting cup of tea or coffee, perhaps while watching the sun rise through the window. But what often gets overlooked is how little water is consumed in those early hours. The morning passes quickly, and by afternoon the realization hits: I haven't had much to drink today. So to make up for it, 2 or 3 glasses of water are consumed after 6 p.m. But this last-minute catch-up quietly invites a restless night. What many people don't realize is that when you drink water may be just as important as how much you drink. As we age, the timing of our hydration becomes crucial. During the day, our body is active, digestion is stronger, metabolism is faster, and the kidneys are naturally more efficient. This is the ideal time to take in most of your fluids. It allows the body to process, filter, and eliminate waste well before bedtime rolls around. That's why health professionals across the U.S., including experienced urologists like Dr. Lee, recommend drinking the majority of your water between 6 a.m. and 4 p.m. This approach gives your body the full day to absorb, filter, and balance the fluid intake in harmony with your daily activity. By the time evening comes, your organs are ready to wind down, not work overtime. This shift can do wonders for the bladder. A well-hydrated morning gives your kidneys the opportunity to function efficiently while your body is upright and moving. It reduces the pressure on your urinary system late at night. It also minimizes bloating, supports regular digestion, and calms the bladder nerves before bedtime, creating a natural setup for uninterrupted sleep. The best way to do this: start slow but steady. Sip small amounts of water through the early morning, building up to slightly larger amounts with breakfast, late morning snacks, and lunch. That way, your body remains consistently hydrated without overwhelming it in one go. As the day progresses past 5 p.m., gradually ease back on your intake. Think of it like fading the lights in your home to prepare for rest. This doesn't mean avoiding water in the evening altogether. That wouldn't be healthy either. Instead, treat your evening hydration like a gentle taper. Between 5 and 7 p.m., drink only when your body signals true thirst. And after 7, unless your doctor advises otherwise, limit yourself to no more than about 5 ounces, roughly 1 small glass. Enough to feel comfortable but not enough to trigger frequent nighttime urges. Now you may be wondering, what if I have medications to take at night? That's a valid concern. Many older adults are prescribed evening medications for blood pressure, blood sugar, or arthritis pain. These do require water, of course. The key here is moderation. Use just enough to swallow the pill, no more. A few sips are usually enough. If your medication makes you feel thirsty afterward, try taking 1 teaspoon of room temperature water every few minutes rather than drinking a full glass at once. This gives your body hydration in microdoses, which are far less likely to trigger your bladder during sleep. There's also a widespread nighttime habit that might seem harmless, but is quietly disruptive: drinking water just in case before bed. The thought is understandable. I'll drink a little now so I won't wake up thirsty later. But this well-meaning habit often becomes the very reason sleep is interrupted at 2:00 or 3:00 a.m. Instead of preventing thirst, it floods your bladder just as it's trying to rest. Try a new bedtime routine instead. About 10 to 15 minutes before lying down, sit in a quiet space. Rest one hand on your chest and the other on your abdomen. Take slow, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. This signals safety to your nervous system, calming your bladder and reducing unnecessary urges. You may also gently massage the area below your navel in a circular motion to help relax the pelvic muscles. Let me introduce you to Mr. Raymond, a 70-year-old veteran from Ohio. He had developed the habit of drinking nearly a full bottle of water between 7 and 9 p.m., thinking it helped cleanse his system. But instead, it led to 3 nighttime bathroom visits and slow, groggy mornings. After consulting with his doctor, he made a shift. He drank most of his water before 2:30 p.m., limited his intake to 1 glass at 6:30 p.m., and skipped the late-night sip. Within 2 weeks, he was waking only once during the night, and by the 3rd week, he was sleeping through from 10 to 5. This small timing change gave him his mornings back. His energy returned, and he felt present again during family breakfasts. He told me, "I used to think I was just aging. Turns out, I was just drinking too late." Dear friend, the goal here isn't to drink less, it's to drink smarter. When you give your body hydration at the right times, your organs don't have to fight for rest. They move in rhythm, and when your body is in rhythm, your mind can finally relax into deep, healing sleep. It's not about denying your thirst, it's about meeting it earlier. Like planting seeds in the morning so they bloom before dusk. Your body still remembers how to rest. It simply needs you to work with it, not against it. In many American homes, dinner isn't just a meal, it's a comforting ritual. A moment to wind down with loved ones, to share stories, or simply enjoy the quiet. But what we often overlook is how much our evening meals and drinks affect our quality of sleep. Especially as we grow older. After 60, the body becomes more reactive to certain foods, and even the timing of what we eat can silently determine how peaceful our nights become. Take, for example, watery foods. Broths, vegetables, soups, even a bowl of lentils or stewed zucchini. These feel light, warm, and soothing. And while they are gentle on digestion, they still contribute a significant amount of fluid to the body. When consumed too close to bedtime, they continue releasing liquid into the bladder well after you've laid down, often waking you just a few hours into your rest. The same goes for comforting nighttime drinks. Herbal teas, warm milk, or even a decaf coffee might help you relax in the moment. But their fluid content, regardless of temperature, still adds to your body's total intake. And when taken after sunset, these soothing sips often become the very reason the bladder stirs at 2 a.m., nudging you awake just as your sleep is reaching its deepest cycle. Some drinks even act as natural diuretics. Green tea, certain herbal blends, and flavored teas with spices like cinnamon or clove can prompt the kidneys to produce more urine. So while you're sipping for comfort, your organs are quietly preparing to wake you up. It's a silent cycle many seniors fall into, drinking to feel calm and unintentionally disrupting the body's ability to rest. Fruits and vegetables also have their own rhythms. Raw cucumbers, tomatoes, citrus fruits, and watermelon are full of hydration and nutrients, which is wonderful when taken during the day. But after sunset, these water-rich foods can increase bladder sensitivity, especially in older adults. What felt refreshing at 3 p.m. can turn into a reason for broken sleep by 3 a.m. Let me tell you about Kenneth, a 68-year-old former railroad engineer from Kansas City. He prided himself on eating healthy every night. He'd make a crisp salad of cucumber, tomato, and lemon dressing before bed. He thought he was doing everything right, yet every night, like clockwork, he'd be up 2 or 3 times to visit the bathroom. When he shifted that salad to lunchtime and enjoyed steamed vegetables at dinner instead, the change was almost immediate. Within a week, he began sleeping 6 to 7 hours without interruption. It didn't require medications. It didn't require giving up his favorite foods. Just a small change in when he consumed them. That one adjustment gave him nights of peace and mornings filled with clarity and calm. Another hidden culprit, salt. Many evening dishes are high in sodium, especially those seasoned with sauces, preserved ingredients, or salty sides, like pickles or crackers. These increase thirst, often prompting you to drink more water after dinner. Then that added fluid builds up in the bladder right as the body is trying to rest. It's not about removing joy from your meals. It's about tuning into how the body now responds. Instead of pickles or heavy sauces, try lighter seasonings in the evening. Steam-cooked dishes, softer spices, and gentle broths earlier in the day allow the body to process comfortably and settle into sleep more easily. So, dear friend, this isn't about rules, it's about rhythm. The same foods that once felt harmless can now influence your sleep in quiet ways. Your body is still wise. It's simply asking you to honor the new timing it needs to thrive. Imagine giving your organs the chance to rest by dinner time. Your kidneys would thank you. Your digestion would ease. Your bladder would stay calm. And your sleep, the kind of deep healing sleep you once thought was gone, could return softly and steadily. Let's not forget, healing doesn't always come from medicine. Sometimes it arrives through awareness. Through one small decision, like moving soup to lunchtime or saying yes to herbal tea at dusk instead of nightfall. Your body is constantly trying to help you rest. It just needs you to listen and adjust with kindness. And when you do, when you make these gentle shifts, you'll find that the body responds not with resistance, but with gratitude. The bladder calms, the nervous system relaxes, and the mind returns to peace, hour by hour, night by night. Sometimes our bodies don't need more medicine. They need more understanding, especially when it comes to the quiet frustrations of nighttime urination. For so many older adults, it becomes a routine they simply accept, waking up once, twice, or more during the night. But what if I told you that this doesn't have to be your new normal? That with a few thoughtful lifestyle adjustments, you can bring back nights of deep, unbroken rest. Let's begin with something simple: how your body moves in the morning. After age 60, circulation tends to slow down, and fluid often collects in the legs throughout the day. You might not notice any swelling, but the accumulation is real. When you lie down at night, gravity shifts, and that stored fluid moves back toward the heart and kidneys, often triggering extra urine production right as you're trying to fall asleep. To reduce this, start your day with light movement. A gentle walk in the early sun, slow stretching, or even seated leg raises can help release trapped fluid from the lower body. These movements act like signals to your kidneys. It's daytime now, let's flush things out early. That way by evening the kidneys can slow down and rest, just like the rest of your body wants to. Another overlooked factor is your sleeping position. Many people sleep flat on their back with thick pillows or firm mattresses, believing this offers the best support. But for older adults, this posture can put extra pressure on the bladder and digestive organs. Sleeping on your left side with a pillow under your head and another between your knees can gently shift internal pressure away from the bladder and promote better blood flow to vital organs. This side sleeping position also aids digestion, which is especially important after evening meals. It reduces reflux and allows the stomach to process food more efficiently, leaving less for your body to deal with at night. The result: fewer disruptions, deeper rest, and a bladder that doesn't feel the need to sound false alarms. What you wear to bed matters too. Many seniors were raised to believe that heavier blankets and thicker pajamas meant better sleep. And while warmth can be comforting, overheating during the night triggers the body's cooling systems, leading to sweating, thirst, and often increased kidney activity. That combination can lead to midnight bathroom trips that feel out of your control. Try switching to breathable cotton sleepwear and using a light sheet or blanket. Keep the room slightly cool and allow air to circulate. Even a soft fan can make a difference. When the body stays at a steady, comfortable temperature, it no longer needs to cool off, and your organs don't receive unnecessary cues to stay active through the night. Now imagine this. You wake up in the dark and automatically start getting out of bed to use the restroom. But pause, just for a moment. Ask yourself, do I really feel full? Often the answer is no. That sudden urge is not always a true message from the bladder. It can be a learned reaction or a signal from anxious nerves. When this happens, practice a calming technique instead. Stay in bed. Take 5 long, slow breaths. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Focus on the feeling of your body sinking into the bed. With repetition, this teaches your bladder not to cry wolf. Over time, your body learns that not every signal requires a response, and this reconditioning can restore hours of lost rest. Let me introduce you to Miss Sherry, a warm-hearted woman from Portland who's 74. For years, she thought her bladder was failing. She'd wake twice a night only to discover barely a trickle of urine each time. When she switched to side sleeping, changed her sleepwear to light cotton, and began practicing deep breathing instead of reacting immediately, something remarkable happened. Her sleep deepened, her nights quieted, and her mornings began with calm instead of confusion. She once told me, "It feels like I've made peace with my body again." And that's the kind of healing we rarely talk about, the emotional healing that comes from feeling in sync with yourself. Not fighting your body, but flowing with it. So, dear listener, please know that restful sleep isn't a lost gift. It hasn't abandoned you, it's waiting for the right environment. And that environment can be created not by drastic changes, but by small, consistent shifts. Your evening meal, your evening movement, your evening mindset. There's a kind of dignity that returns when we feel well rested. Our energy is steadier, our emotions are softer, our relationships feel more balanced. Sleep isn't just about the body, it's about the soul. And the sooner we honor that truth, the sooner we reclaim what aging never truly took from us. Good sleep doesn't ask for perfection, it simply asks for partnership. Your body still remembers how to rest. It just wants to do it with your support. Throughout our lives, we're handed down bits of wisdom, some from family, some from friends, and some from years of just trying to get through the day. But when it comes to nighttime urination, a few long-held beliefs can quietly keep us stuck. Today, let's gently unravel those misunderstandings, not with criticism, but with compassion and clarity. The first common belief many older adults carry is this: if I drink less during the day, I won't have to wake up at night. On the surface, that sounds logical, but inside the body, the opposite often happens. When you don't drink enough throughout the day, the body becomes slightly dehydrated. The blood thickens and your kidneys respond by releasing more fluid later on, especially when you finally lie down. Ironically, drinking more water earlier in the day actually reduces the chances of waking up at night. Another widely believed idea is that only men wake up because of prostate issues. While the prostate can absolutely play a role in nighttime urination for older men, it's far from the only reason. Women experience the same pattern of interrupted sleep, bladder sensitivity, late fluid intake, disrupted sleep cycles. All of these are shared factors. Focusing only on the prostate might cause someone to miss other simpler, helpful changes. Then there's the bedtime habit of going to the bathroom just in case. This has become second nature for many. One final trip to empty the bladder before shutting off the lights. But when this becomes a routine rather than a response to real urgency, the bladder starts to receive mixed signals. Over time, it sends messages to the brain even when it's only partially full, tricking you into waking up unnecessarily. Instead of training your body to react on cue, Teach it to trust real need. Pay attention to your body's signals instead of the clock. If you don't feel the urge to go, wait. Your bladder has more capacity than it's been using, and with time it can relearn how to hold again without triggering alarms in the night. Another long-standing belief is that drinking warm water at 9 or 10 p.m. helps digestion or soothes the liver. While warmth can be calming, the water itself still adds liquid to the system, and if your bladder is already sensitive, that late sip may be the one that interrupts your sleep. The solution isn't to give up the comfort of warm drinks, but to move them earlier. A calming tea at 6 or 6:30 p.m. still offers all the benefits without the sleep disruption. Let me tell you about Ms. Laurel, a graceful 70-year-old from Denver. For years, she woke up like clockwork, 1 a.m. and again at 4. She assumed it was just what happens with age. But when she adjusted her hydration, shifted her herbal tea to just after dinner, and gave her body a chance to wind down gently, everything changed. Within 10 days, she experienced her first full night of sleep in over a year. She told me, "It wasn't my age, it was my timing." That one realization gave her back not just her nights, but her energy, her peace, and even her patience with loved ones. It's amazing what sleep restores, quietly, invisibly, but completely. So dear friend, this is your reminder. Your body hasn't given up. It's simply waiting for you to adapt with kindness. The older we grow, the more we need to listen, not push, not punish, but partner with our biology in a gentler way. It still responds. It still heals. It still remembers how to feel well. The most powerful change is often the smallest one. Drinking most of your water in the early part of the day. Reducing fluids after 6:30 p.m. Sleeping on your side, breathing deeply before bed. Each shift might seem small on its own, but together they whisper a powerful message to your body. You are safe, you are supported, you can rest now. Let me leave you with one last story. Margaret, 71, from Tampa, was waking 3 times a night for years. She believed it was simply part of aging. But once she understood how hydration timing works, she slowly adjusted. She drank more between breakfast and lunch, kept her dinner light, and took only a few sips before bed. By the end of the month, she smiled and told me, "I didn't know sleep could feel this natural again." And that's the truth I want you to carry today. Your sleep is not gone. Your peace is not lost. Your body is not broken. It just needs new care, new rhythm, and new respect for the wisdom it now carries. If anything in today's message opened a new thought for you, I'd love to hear it. Just type the word hope in the comments. You never know who else might see that word and feel encouraged. And if you feel ready to continue learning how to care for your health in simple, meaningful ways, go ahead and subscribe. It's like a quiet promise to yourself. If you have a neighbor, a sibling, or a dear friend who's been struggling with their sleep, please share this video with them. You might just give them the comfort of their first full night's rest in years. Until we meet again, may your night be soft, your breath steady, and your body fully at peace. Sleep well, dear one. You've earned it.